This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling. Continuing coverage tonight on the Yakima Police Department's push to get new leads on cases that have been cold for years or even decades. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us this month's case is from 13 years ago and can only be described as wrong place, wrong time.
On March 30th, 2010, two brothers from Sunnyside were attacked by gang members who mistook them for members of a rival gang.
One of the two brothers that were involved in that case was actually struck by gunfire, but survived the gunshots.
But standing outside a nearby home, 20-year-old Kyle Flerchinger didn't.
We're looking at the intersection of East G Street and North 6th Street. We're standing here at about the area where the shooting occurred, where a lot of the evidence was found. Kyle was up in this area at a residence in the backyard.
Detectives say a stray bullet traveled from right here where the shooting occurred, at least half a block away in that direction, where it struck and killed the young man.
Nobody likes to see this happen, but it hurts even more when it's somebody that's completely uninvolved and a completely innocent victim.
But detectives hit a major roadblock in their investigation.
We have an idea of what happened and what transpired between the people that were involved, but we don't have witnesses that or good enough forensics or surveillance footage to, kind of help wrap up a case.
But now, 13 years later, they're hoping to find witnesses who were unable or unwilling to speak up at the time.
If we can get information that's credible and that we can take some sort of action on, that's the best. But there's no limit to what the information can be. It can be heard through somebody. This is what happened.
Anyone with information can contact Detective Kevin Kays at 509-249-6874. Email ypdcoldcase@yakimawa.gov or make an anonymous tip to Yakima County Crime Stoppers. Because even the smallest detail could be the key that opens the door to a new lead and eventually justice for Kyle's death. In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
And we've got more about this case and other cold cases highlighted by the department so far on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Well, it is Halloween. Lots of kids getting ready to head out. Apple Valley News Now. Stacey Lee is tracking your Halloween First Alert weather forecast. Stacey, what are temperatures looking like for the trick-or-treaters tonight?
Well, Jill, we've been saying bone-chilling cold, and yes, we're going to see those chilly temperatures tonight. Again, the sun has just gone down, and boy, those temperatures quickly drop into the 30s. There's your Tri-Cities planner tonight. Again, by 9 o'clock down to 37, 39 in the Yakima area, down to 34 by 9. So again, very chilly. You want to bundle up, wear those layers, and don't forget your gloves like I did earlier today. In the 30s through the Walla Walla area tonight. And again, we see increasing clouds as we have a weather change on the way. Right now, we've got 44 degrees on our Dust Devil Giza sky cam. Winds are light at 3 miles per hour. It looks like a beautiful sunset, but again, you see those clouds starting to roll into the area. Temperatures overnight tonight, again, we're down in the 40s. Much warmer, around the area right now in the 40s, but we'll see those temperatures dropping down into the 20s. Rain is on the way. Strong Pacific moisture is headed our direction. I'll get more into that a little bit later. Fall back this weekend. Got to remember to move those clocks back 1 hour as we fall back for, again, the big time change. Lots coming up on your First Alert full weather forecast. Jill?
Thank you, Stacey. We are just 1 week from Election Day, and while voters won't be choosing a new president this year, that doesn't mean you can afford to ignore your ballot. Alyssa Warner has been tracking some of the local issues on the ballot. And Alyssa, you've been seeing one thing again and again.
Yeah, Jill, a lot of times we see the city council races, the school board races pop up on our local ballots. This year, though, voters are being asked to weigh in on taxes. So specifically levies. We've seen efforts to raise property taxes to fund schools. Now we're talking about local fire districts. Today I visited Walla Walla Fire District 5 in Burbank to find out what their proposed levy lid lift would cover. Now they're asking voters to sign off on increasing the levy by 24 cents per $1,000 of assessed property value. The fire district is allowed to raise property taxes 1% every year, but that's not even enough to keep up with inflation these days. Chief Mike Wickstrom tells me their calls have gone up by 100% in the past 10 years, and they're expecting demand to go even higher in the next 10 years.
Nobody wants higher taxes. That's just crazy. But we really feel that now's the time to ask because it's critical. You know, it's critical that we try to maintain and improve our response capabilities, and that's what we're trying to do.
Now, if approved, that money would be used to hire several new firefighters, so the fire district doesn't have to rely as heavily on neighboring fire departments when they have busy times. And the chief tells me if the levy lid lift is approved, it would also give them the money to build new bedrooms at Fire Station 51, which means more firefighters ready to go at a moment's notice 24 hours a day. And this goes beyond protecting the community. It's also about protecting the firefighters themselves. I'm going to take an in-depth look at that effort coming up tonight in about 30 minutes.
All right, now what happens if this ballot proposal does not get enough to pass?
There's not really a lot that the fire department can do. They can't force it. The chief says if voters don't sign off on this measure, they're going to just keep doing the best they can. He says they're already getting creative with the budget. They're holding on to their engines longer than they would like to be. And he says it's really stretched as far as they can do it without some help.
All right, thank you, Alyssa. Teachers in Portland may go on strike Wednesday. Oregon's governor has urged both sides to continue negotiating.
You need to stay at the table. You need to figure this out. Going out on strike is not in the best interest of students or families, and I hope you're spending every moment between now and your self-imposed deadline to figure this out.
Both sides remain far apart on issues like class size caps, teacher compensation, and teacher planning time. A unique tourism experience and fascinating history lesson lies just beneath the streets of Pendleton, Oregon. Pendleton Underground Tours has been guiding visitors through the tunnels below the city since 1989. It's an eerie look back at the past and some of the illegal activities that used to take place under this western town.
And that's one reason that a lot of people just didn't talk about the underground, because a lot of shady business had taken place underground. But then years later, it's really a fascinating history, and you don't gloss it over because it's history.
Coming up in about 22 minutes on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30, we'll take you on a tour and tell you about some of the activities these tunnels have been used for since they were built in the late 1800s. Kids will soon be showing up at your door seeking Halloween candy, but this year those sweet treats are more expensive. Plus, bringing back grizzly bears to the Evergreen State. However, some residents are saying not so fast. And we're getting ready for some pretty wet conditions as we kick off November. Stacey Lee is tracking your First Alert forecast. You're watching Apple Valley News Now at 6.
You deserve a great mattress. Get one now with no credit needed for just $39 down and 100 days same as cash. Only at Mattress Depot USA.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Thank you for getting groceries, Mika.
Of course. Happy to help. Will Medicare cover any of these bills?
I thought it would, but it doesn't.
We'll get through this. I will always be here for you.
I know. But what about you? I don't ever want you to be in this situation.
Don't worry, Dad. With WA Cares, I'm earning long-term care benefits with each paycheck. That money will be there when I need it.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
Ooh, the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers deal is back. 2 single cheeseburgers for only $5, or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7? For real? Oh, tell me it's as good as it looks. Deal this good speaks for itself, I guess. But you better get it before it's gone. DQ, happy tastes good.
My mom hired a bath fitter to make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took forever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bathfitter will remodel your bath in as little as 1 day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
In 2014, Benton County voters passed an initiative to fund law and justice efforts. For the past 10 years, these funds have kept our citizens safe.
I always knew I wanted to be a police officer. In high school, the Boys and Girls Club opened that door of opportunity for me. I became one of the very first cadets. with the Kennewick Police Department as a result of the public safety sales tax. We are asking people to approve the renewal of Proposition 1.
Vote to approve Proposition 1.
Have you ever wondered what an icon, a legend, a legacy, a pop star, and a tight end all have in common? They all got this season's updated COVID-19 shot to help better protect them against recent variants.
Got it.
Got yours?
With Nurtec ODT, I can treat a migraine when it strikes and prevent migraine attacks, all in one.
Don't take if allergic to Nurtec. Allergic reactions can occur, even days after using. Most common side effects were nausea, indigestion, and stomach pain.
Ask about Nurtec ODT.
Let a Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. President Joe Biden is targeting financial advisors in his latest crackdown on junk fees. The administration says a new rule will help Americans save money and expands on the previous consumer advocacy steps the president has already taken. This as polls show Biden is still struggling to win over voters on his handling of the economy. ABC's M. Nguyen reports.
President Joe Biden unveiling new efforts to crack down on junk fees, this time for retirement accounts.
These junk fees may not matter to the wealthy, but they sure matter to working folks in homes like the one I grew up in.
The Labor Department proposing a rule that would raise the bar for financial planners who give advice to Americans on 401k plans and other retirement accounts. The rule tackling retirement savings seeks to close loopholes that allow advisors to recommend investments that aren't in the best interest of their client in order to secure a higher commission. The White House estimates those conflicts of interest can cost Americans as much as 20% of their savings over a lifetime, and argues the new rule could save tens of billions of dollars.
I'm proud to announce that my administration has taken our most comprehensive action ever to eliminate junk fees.
The economy top of mind for most Americans as the president ramps up his 2024 re-election campaign. Earlier this month, the administration put pressure on several industries, from concert tickets to hotel rooms, to fully disclose their fees to consumers up front. If that ban goes into effect, companies charging junk fees could also be fined and even forced to pay customers back. The latest data shows the U.S.'s GDP grew nearly 5% last quarter, better than expected, with unemployment at record lows and wages up over the last year. Despite that, inflation remains stubbornly high, and the president continues to face low approval ratings for his handling of the economy.
That was M. Nguyen reporting. The new proposals are part of the administration's economic plan dubbed Bidenomics. Officials have yet to give any guidance as to when the changes could take effect. Grizzly bears are on the endangered species list, and the National Park Service and U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service have spent years pushing forward a plan to revamp the dwindling population in the North Cascades. But Representative Dan Newhouse says the people who live and recreate there have pushed back, saying they don't want more grizzly bears in the area. He says out of about 200 people who attended a public listening session last night in Okanogan County, about 6 spoke in favor of the proposal, while at least 50 spoke out against it. They cited concerns about safety for people, threats to livestock populations, crop damage, and potential impacts to tourism. And Newhouse says it's not just a concern for people who live around the North Cascades.
These bears have the ability to migrate within a 500-mile radius, and so by placing them up in the north central part of the state, they could easily end up in Kittitas or even Yakima County.
3 more meetings are planned this week in Washington State, in New Hallam, Darrington, and Winthrop. But if you can't make it in person, you can submit a comment online on the National Park Service website through November 13th.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's get to tonight's spooky Halloween forecast. It is chilly outside. Again, we're going to see those temperatures dropping down into the 30s. Your Tri-Cities evening planner. The sun is down now. And again, those temperatures tend to drop off pretty rapidly. Moving into Yakima, again, nice and cool. Look at that, down to almost the freezing level at 9. So if you haven't got out yet to trick or treat and are heading out the door, make sure you bundle up. You want to cover your hands and be prepared for the really cold temperatures. And we'll see those increasing clouds as well as we're getting ready for a big change in our weather. 35 degrees by 9 o'clock in Walla Walla. Our satellite and radar, that shows us those clouds starting to move into the area, widespread clouds. The good news for the trick-or-treaters is at least it's not raining right now, so you won't need an umbrella this evening. But those clouds are the future, which is heading to some heavy rain coming our direction. Tonight, our Legends Casino Skycam, 44 degrees. Again, you can see the cloud cover as the sun has just gone down, but some beautiful fall trees out there. Our feels like temperature right now is 43, and our sunset tonight was at 5:44. So very chilly temperatures as we go forward. In fact, our overnight lows tonight, again, below the freezing level all through the region. We'll stay in about 30 degrees tonight. Foothills of the Blues dropping into the upper 20s in the Columbia Basin. Hermiston at 31, and those upper 20s in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. So very, very chilly outside. And our temperature trend is going to be changing over the next couple of days, albeit gradually, but we'll be heading up towards those average temperatures in the Yakima area. 7-day forecast, and we'll stay just slightly below moving into the weekend, but we do have that warm day on Friday. Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, again, those temperatures gradually climbing into the 50s. 57 is our average, so we'll hit that on Friday, and we're going to drop just slightly below moving into the weekend. And of course, we've got heavy rain on the way. Now, those chilly temperatures overnight tonight, again in the 20s all through the region, so bundle up. I can't emphasize that enough. I was out just for a little while at Columbia Park, and my hands were really, really cold. Let's take a look at our temperatures for tomorrow. Now, we're slightly warmer tomorrow with temperatures hitting the 50s along the foothills of the Blues. Check out Dayton at 55. We'll see the 40s here in the Columbia Basin, 50 in Hermiston, in the 40s, close to 50 degrees in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. But those showers will start to move across the area late. We'll get into more details about that system moving across our area and the potential for an atmospheric river moving our way later in the week. Tomorrow, of course, Day of the Dead, planning your day out the door. Look at those morning temperatures again at the freezing level or just below. We'll hit the low to mid 40s by midday, and those temperatures just sitting under 50 degrees by 4 o'clock. So plan your day there accordingly. Here's our 7-day forecast. Again, Day of the Dead, mostly cloudy, but those showers will start to ramp up Wednesday night. And then look at this. It's going to be rainy day. Thursday, we'll see showers tapering off a little bit Thursday during the day, and then they come right back Thursday night. On Friday, we have a 20% chance of showers and then rain going all through the rest of the week. Tri-Cities, same situation. Again, we have a little break in between systems on Friday. Lots of showers moving into next week, but those temperatures are warmer, and we'll see those overnight lows move above the freezing level. So again, plan ahead, get your rain gear out. You're going to need it. Bring in maybe the patio furniture. Time to cover that stuff up because we got a lot of wet weather headed our way. I'll get to that in my next forecast. And your reason to smile is on the way. Jill?
Up next, it's been the medical guidance for years. Cardiovascular patients taking a daily aspirin. Now that guidance might need to change. That's next on Apple Valley News Now at 6.
KFC's Wednesday Country Fried Steak Meal is a delicious value, complete with mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit, all for the incredible price of just $5.99. Really, what's left to say? How about see you again next Wednesday? Country Fried Steak Meal, just $5.99, only at KFC.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Pro-level performance at work and at home. Right now, save on Steel gas and battery blowers. Real Steel. Find yours.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
'Tis the season for a holiday shopping tradition. Custer's 28th annual Christmas Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Join us as 150 artisans from across the Northwest display and sell their fine art, handcrafts, and specialty foods. The variety and quality of work make this a must-see event. Single-day admission only $8. Tickets on sale now at CusterShows.com. Get creative with your holiday shopping at Custer's Christmas Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Hapo Center in Pasco.
In health news, a new study has found long-term aspirin use for high-risk cardiovascular patients with stents might be ineffective or even harmful. A report in the scientific journal Circulation looked at more than 7,500 acute coronary syndrome patients and describes a variety of heart conditions. Some patients have a stent inserted during surgery. Doctors often recommend taking aspirin daily for a year after surgery to prevent blood clots. According to the study, not taking a daily aspirin after 3 months following surgery was just as effective in avoiding clotting complications. It also reduces the risk of severe bleeding that aspirin can cause. But before making any changes to your medicine regimen, you should consult your doctor. The 988 Crisis Lifeline launched in July of 2022. Since then, it has received 6.5 million calls, texts, and chats. However, according to a new study, most say they would never turn to it again. Less than a third of people with severe psychological distress who had already tried 988 were likely to use it again. The study's lead researcher says the data shouldn't mean the service is a failure, but that it will take some time to get it right. You can find the study in JAMA Network Open. We have a lot more news ahead for you in our next half hour. Newly released body camera video shows the inferno firefighters faced this summer. What else we've learned ahead at 6:30. But first, Stacey Lee has your reason to smile.
And we all know that we have the most beautiful sunsets in our region, but check out this beautiful sunrise over Yakima today. Thank you so much for sending that in, Becky Mervos. Again, a beautiful Halloween sunrise over Yakima. If you'd like to have your photo featured, all you need to do is get outside, snap it, send it in to slee@applevalleyNewsNow.com. Your reason to smile brought to you by West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental in Pasco.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich with fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion or bacon or sausage. Well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Who is Culligan? Your local water experts since 1936. The world's most efficient water softener. Safer drinking water in every glass. Convenient, reliable delivery. Industry-leading technology. Here for every water worry.
Collective Soul, the 30th anniversary celebration. Live in concert. January 18th, Legends Casino Hotel, Toppenish. An evening with Collective Soul. Buy tickets now at Ticketmaster and the Legends Casino gift shop. Come celebrate 30 years with Collective Soul. January 18th at Legends Casino Hotel, Toppenish.
That's right! There is a place where magic seems to hide around every corner, where cherished memories are born in twinkling snowflakes, where enchanting adventures await all who explore. Where is this real-life winter wonderland? Nestled by the lake is Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show, an experience you will never forget. Discover Santa's all-new North Pole with holiday getaways starting at only $250.
I'm Buzz the Bee from the Painting Bees. I'm a local bee. I started painting houses, and here I am. So what do? We're a local painting company. We paint exterior, we do interior painting, and cabinetry as well. And we're here to take care of everybody, even the DIYers. And so why shouldn't you do this by yourself? Because of our combined 15 years of experience painting homes in the Tri-Cities area. So if you're interested in a free estimate, visit our website or call us at 509-591-8160.
Have you ever wondered what an icon, a legend, a legacy, a pop star, and a tight end all have in common? They all got this season's updated COVID-19 shot to help better protect them against recent variants. Got it? Got yours?
With Nurtec ODT, I can treat a migraine when it strikes and prevent migraine attacks, all in one.
Don't take if allergic to Nurtec. Allergic reactions can occur, even days after using. Most common side effects were nausea, indigestion, and stomach pain.
Ask about Nurtec ODT.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
I think they like each other.
I'm Charles. Lunch?
Vanessa, I like lunch.
Give in to deliciousness. Buy one craveable classic and get another one for $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back. Trick-or-treaters are hitting the neighborhood looking to get a haul of chocolate or fruity-flavored candy. The National Confectioners Association calls Halloween its Super Bowl. This year, Americans paid more to fill treat bags. Grocery price analysis by Data Assembly found candy and gum prices rose 13% in the past year.
Supply chain and inflationary challenges have been incredibly well documented, and every industry is impacted by it.
Cocoa prices spiked in the last year. Crop yields were low due to disease and heavy rain in Ivory Coast, the world's leading cocoa producer. Sugar prices have surged in part because of drought in India and Thailand. Confectioners estimate Halloween drives about $6 billion of their sales each year. The National Retail Federation estimates overall Halloween spending will top $12.2 billion. It is a cold evening for trick-or-treating. Don't head out without seeing Stacey Lee's first alert forecast. Plus, we're going below ground as we take a look at some of the fascinating history beneath the streets of Pendleton, Oregon. Also, an important issue on the November ballot, Walla Walla County voters asked to increase property taxes, and the money will help local firefighters. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
There's a unique tourism experience underneath the city streets of Pendleton, Oregon, a tunnel system of historic businesses, living quarters, and a prohibition room. It's been below ground since the late 19th century, and Pendleton Underground Tours has brought this fascinating history to the surface for visitors from around the world. Below the streets of this western town, steeped in cowboy culture, lies an extensive tunnel system full of history and intrigue.
Through the years, though, when it was sealed up, a lot of people forgot about it, or new people came to town and never knew about it. And after we opened, there were people who said, I lived here all my life and didn't know this was here.
The tunnels have existed underneath Pendleton since the late 1800s, originally built by Chinese laborers as a tunnel and basement system.
That was very common in a lot of towns, especially out west, and for the same reasons. Winters were worse, snow would get really deep, it was just easier to transport goods underground. What makes Pendleton unique, though, is that our water table is pretty near the surface, so we have cisterns throughout the 16-block area. Because they had access to water, businesses could operate underground.
Pendleton Underground Tours has been operating since 1989.
Come with me.
And tour guide Cricket Nicholson has been working for the company nearly as long.
I've met some of the nicest people from all over the world. I've met people who just have stories of their own to tell about history of their community or history of Pendleton.
Some visitors find the tunnels spooky, even suggesting the presence of something paranormal. In Nicholson's 32 years as a guide, she's never experienced any ghosts, but the tunnels have been filled with spirits.
You know, in 1908, Pendleton had a local prohibition, and we had 32 saloons and 18 bordellos, and all 32 saloons were closed down. But like I said, many of them went underground. Then in 1910, just in time for the first Pendleton Roundup, 12 bars were allowed to reopen.
In 1916, a statewide prohibition shut these businesses down once again, but alcohol kept flowing underground.
Always access to booze in Pendleton.
The tunnels were also used to house Chinese workers, their opium dens and jails. And above ground were Pendleton's 18 bordellos.
And that's one reason that a lot of people just didn't talk about the underground, because a lot of shady business had taken place underground. But then years later, it's really a fascinating history. And you don't gloss it over because it's history.
That history is on full display through the Pendleton Underground Tours, which remain open to the public all year long. Now, this was only a small portion of the tunnels below the city. Guided tours last about 90 minutes and take visitors up into one of the historic bordellos. We have a link to the reservation information at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Let's talk weather. Stacey Lee is tracking your first alert weather forecast this chilly Halloween.
That's right. If you're trick-or-treating above ground, you're going to want to bundle up. Very chilly tonight. Again, those temperatures around the area were dropping into the 30s pretty rapidly this evening. So again, bundle up those little trick-or-treaters and try to stay warm. Plus, we're seeing increasing cloud cover because we have a big system change coming our way. Cloudy skies tonight. Walla Walla again. We're already down in the 30s, and we'll see those temperatures continue to fall tonight. In Yakima, very chilly there as well. Close to the freezing level at 9 o'clock tonight. So I think I'd be done trick-or-treating by about 9. Right now in our Legends Casino Skycam, it's 44 degrees. Our winds are light at 3 miles per hour. Our feels like temp is 43, so it's pretty even with what it is actually going on outside. Now here's the temperatures elsewhere around the area. We're at 38 in Cle Elum. It's 44 in Toppenish. Those 30s already in the foothills of the Blues. Pendleton kind of warm at 42. Hermiston at 43. Here's what's coming though our way. Strong Pacific moisture, and once it starts, other than a few little breaks here and there, we're going to see lots of rain coming our way in the next several days, and I'll get into that in our first alert full weather forecast. Jill?
Well, we are counting down to Election Day with a look at some of the issues on local ballots. And Alyssa, you've been telling us that this year one of the big issues is tax increases.
Yeah, nobody really wants them, right? But the truth of the matter is the same inflation that's hitting all of us is hitting fire departments specifically as well. So today I visited Walla Walla Fire District 5 in Burbank. I talked to the chief about their proposed levy lid lift, which is something we've seen on several ballots this fall. Now, the fire district is asking voters to sign off on an additional 24 cents per $1,000 of assessed property value. That means if you live within the fire district, which is about 120 square miles, and you got a notice in the mail saying that your property is worth, say, $100,000, your tax bill would go from $114 in 2023 to $138 in 2024. Again, if that levy lid lift is approved. Now, some of that money would go towards expansion, hiring new firefighters, making space for them. at Station 51 in Burbank. Some of that money, though, is needed for keeping the firefighters themselves safe, with decontamination areas for cleaning their gear after they get back from a fire, and diesel exhaust removal to try and remove some of the risk from cancer-causing chemicals. Fire Chief Mike Wickstrom says if the levee lid lift isn't approved, there's no telling how long it might take to get the money to move forward on those projects.
We always apply for grants, and we try to do as much as we can for that. But it's kind of luck of the draw to get those grants. It's very difficult. So we can't always rely on grants. When they happen, it's great. It can definitely get us those things that we were wishing we had for a long time for the safety of the firefighters. That's what we're relying on right now. And I think we'll always rely on those grants. We're always going to try for those. But this lid lift would really help us kind of stabilize a little bit, so we don't have to always rely on that.
So they're also looking to replace some of the equipment, which is getting older and more expensive to run, more expensive to fix. One of the things the chief pointed out today that I thought was interesting, you can't exactly go to a fire truck dealership and just drive off the lot. This equipment has to be ordered years in advance. And of course, it's getting more expensive the longer they have to wait.
All right, Alyssa, so how many people would have to vote in favor for this levee lid lift to pass?
Well, this is one of the reasons it's so important to vote in your local elections. The measure only needs a simple majority to pass. So I just want to remind everyone, you don't have to vote on everything on your ballot if you don't want to. You do have to sign it, and you do have to make sure it's either in the mail or in a ballot drop box before the end of Election Day, November 7th.
All right, thank you so much, Alyssa. American paychecks grew faster than expected in the third quarter. That according to new Labor Department data. The Employment Cost Index, a broad measure of total compensation paid to U.S. workers, rose 1.1% last quarter, faster than second quarter gains. Year over year, wages and benefits grew 4.3% in the third quarter. The third quarter compensation increases illustrates ongoing momentum in the job market. However, Americans are losing confidence in the economy. The Consumer Confidence Index has fallen for the third month in a row. It's reached its second lowest level this year. According to the Conference Board, Americans feel concerned about rising prices, the political situation, and higher interest rates. More than 2/3 of consumers think a recession could take place this month. That's despite economic growth in the third quarter. Home prices rose in August. The S&P CoreLogic Case-Shiller National Home Price Index showed prices increased 0.9% from July. That marks the 7th consecutive month of increases. According to the data, prices increased 2.6% from a year ago. This comes as a historically low inventory continues to push up the price of a home. And a consumer alert, a dog food recall due to salmonella risk. Mid-America Pet Food has voluntarily recalled 3 lots of Victor Super Premium dog food, select beef meal, and brown rice formula. The FDA says the recall began after a third party conducted random sampling and 3 lots tested positive for salmonella. The recall impacts the 5-pound, 15-pound, and 40-pound bag sizes. All have a best buy date of June 12th, 2024. Salmonella can impact animals, but also poses a risk to people handling contaminated food. Consumers should destroy the food in a way that kids, pets, and wildlife cannot access it. Also, wash and sanitize food bowls and storage containers. Dramatic body camera video from the day of the deadly Lahaina wildfires has been released by Maui police. The tense moments show the scenes before the wildfires destroyed the historic town of Lahaina that killed at least 99 people and burned more than 2,000 structures. ABC's Melissa Adon has the new details.
Maui police officers going door to door evacuating people and elderly from their homes while smoke and fire surrounded them. The Maui Police Department releasing 16 minutes of body camera video from the deadly August 8th wildfire.
You gotta go!
Depicting the dramatic moments amid the deadly blaze that killed at least 99 people. Fires engulfing homes, officers breaking down a cattle gate, even using garden hoses in a desperate attempt to slow the flames to allow for more people to evacuate. Tense evacuations captured along Front Street, where a group of people sheltered inside a coffee shop, leaving behind historic Front Street that was decimated. The Maui police chief commending his officers. 11 from Lahaina lost everything.
You saw officers saving lives. We are sorry for all those who suffered and lost.
The video released during a news conference. The police chief says he wanted to provide some context ahead of the 20 hours of footage released in compliance with the public records request. While the cause of the fire is still under investigation, there's evidence it could have been sparked by downed power lines, which ignited the dry grass. Officers heard talking about the power lines blocking roads.
Multiple power lines are down. I was told they're blocking.
That was Melissa Adon reporting. The Maui police chief says the department is working on an after-action review. A report of what went right, what went wrong, and how they can improve is expected to be complete within the next 2 years. While they're a name from the 90s, the New Kids on the Block, now the group plans a summer concert tour. Details coming up. And big changes ahead in our weather with wet conditions expected. Stacey Lee is tracking your first alert forecast. Plus, soaring over amber fields of grain. See the Palouse from a higher perspective when we fly the Northwest. You're watching Apple Valley News Now at 6:30.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile. The way it makes you look and feel. The way a smile lights up a room. So people can see the best version of you. Which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
'Tis the season for a holiday shopping tradition. Custer's 28th annual Christmas Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Join us as 150 artisans from across the Northwest display and sell their fine art, handcrafts, and specialty foods. The variety and quality of work make this a must-see event. Single-day admission only $8. Tickets on sale now at custershows.com. Get creative with your holiday shopping at Custer's Christmas Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Hapo Center in Pasco.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Are you ready?
It was life-changing.
Let's go.
Press your luck tonight, 10, 9 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Our state has changed a lot in the last 140 years. We know because MultiCare has been here, guided by a single purpose, making our communities healthier. That comes from making courageous decisions, partnering with local communities to grow programs and services, and expanding healthcare access to those who need it most. Together, we're building a healthier future. MultiCare.
Next, E.T. behind the scenes of daytime Halloween. Plus,
I'm hanging with Henry Winkler, and we are chatting all about his new book.
It is an E.T. exclusive.
Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
KFC's Wednesday Country Fried Steak Meal is a delicious value, complete with mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit, all for the incredible price of just $5.99. Really, what's left to say? How about see you again next Wednesday? Country Fried Steak Meal, just $5.99, only at KFC.
It's not only Halloween, but fall, which means the harvest. And tonight we'll take you high above the Palouse and soar over fields of Washington wheat as we fly the Northwest.
I'm a 5th generation farm boy. We've been doing this since 1875. I started when I was like 14, spotting trucks in the field, and then drove truck for quite a while, and then I started driving combine at 17. Went to college over at WSU, and then came back in 2002 and been doing it ever since. We're in the heart of the Palouse, and we harvest soft white wheat and garbanzo beans. My dad and I farm about 2,400 acres. The crops this year are average to above average. It's always beautiful this time of year down in here. It's always good to see people come down and watch what we're doing so they understand where their food comes from. You really can't beat this area. I mean, for beauty. I mean, when you get outside the cities, it's just nice to see openness, wildlife, the peace, the quiet. I've always been in love with it. Just to be out here and to live out here, there is no place like this on earth.
The fall harvest is pretty much over this year, but it'll all happen again next fall, and it's always fun to watch wheat being harvested if you get the chance.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And of course, our big story tonight is Halloween and those temperatures. Chilly night. Now, the good news is it's dry for the trick-or-treaters, but again, very chilly temperatures as we get through the night. We're going to drop well below the freezing level overnight. Yakima again already down in the 30s, close to that freezing level here at 9 o'clock with those cloudy skies in Walla Walla. Again, increasing clouds as our weather pattern getting ready for a big change. 35 at 9 p.m. Very cold. Here comes those clouds, and this is the beginning of the transition, and we're going to see a pretty big one as we haven't had a ton of rain this fall so far, but that rain is coming. Strong Pacific moisture starts to move in. That high pressure ridge is broken up now. That low pressure system starting to move through the area, and there it is. Look at it, covers the entire state. We're going to see heavy rain showers. We could see anywhere from 2 to 4 inches on the coast and in the upper elevations of the mountains, maybe 1 to 2 inches in the lower elevations from this first system. But Mother Nature's not done, and again, we see snow way to the north. We aren't going to see much snow out of this system in our area because a warm front is also moving in. These rains are coming from the southwest, and they're moving up the area. So again, that's going to keep us again very wet over the next couple of days. Let's kind of get in a little closer and check out timing of the system. Here's Wednesday afternoon. You'll start to see those showers move on down the Columbia River Gorge, moving into the Yakima and Kittitas Valley, all the way down into the Columbia Basin, Hermiston, Pendleton, Heppner, and those rains will continue to fall. This is tomorrow evening, so a wet commute home tomorrow night. Through the evening, more rain showers, heavier once again in the Cascade Mountains. We could see anywhere from 2 to 4 inches there. So again, lots of rain through the area, and as we get in a little closer overnight Thursday, showers continue, and you'll have a rainy start to your morning. But as that day progresses, those showers will shift off to the east. It'll remain wet along the Cascade Crest. We get a little bit of a break Thursday, but by Thursday night, we're going to start to see more showers move in into Friday as we have the setup for an atmospheric river. We like that word, and we got one on the way. 44 degrees right now. Legends Casino Skycam. Our feels like temp is 43. Winds are light tonight at 3. So not too bad for the trick-or-treaters, but it's chilly out there. Overnight lows tonight again dropping below the freezing level in our region. We're below average again in the 30s here in the foothills of the Blues. 20s for the Tri-Cities area, the Columbia Basin, and as we get into the Yakima Valley, again, pretty chilly temperatures there as well. For tomorrow, we'll see those temperatures in the 40s and 50s, just slightly warmer than we had today. This is good news. We're going to see this gradual warming trend as we head towards the weekend, but look for those increasing clouds and those showers moving in late tomorrow afternoon through the basin, and again, about drive time, dinner time, you'll start to see the wet temperatures. But look at those temperatures, foothills of the Blues, we're seeing the 50s 50s, 55 in Dayton, 51 Walla Walla, 50 in Milton Freewater. Here's your plan your day out the door for Day of the Dead. That is tomorrow. Again, we'll see the 30s, chilly out the door, cloudy skies. We should be dry around noon, but afternoon is when we get unsettled. Those temperatures are warm, but we'll start to see those rain showers developing that late afternoon into the evening commute. So again, plan for a wet day tomorrow. We'll get to those 7-day planning forecasts coming up here in just a few minutes. Jill?
Up next, they're taking it step by step and hanging tough and bringing back the time. At that time, the 90s. Learn more about New Kids on the Block's planned concert tour next on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30.
Jason Valentine. He spent his childhood in Spokane, graduated from the UW, and now tracks weather for you every morning on Apple Valley News Now. Jason Valentine, First Alert Weather. He's local.
Our local experience is the difference.
And on your side.
Did you see this? It says most people are going to need long-term care that health insurance and Medicare won't cover.
I saw that, and it got me thinking, if I need to pay for home modifications or in-home care, I am not prepared. Are you?
Not really. I mean, whatever happens, I just want to know that I'll be able to get care and stay in my own home as I age.
Right? I want that too. So,
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
Hey y'all, this ain't no turkey shootout going on at Legends Casino Hotel in November. It's a roping and a riding cash and car roundup where you could wrangle $10,000 in cash or win a new Volkswagen. Just steer your Legends rewards card smack dab into your favorite slot machine to earn entries. And then giddy up on over to Legends Casino on Thursdays for your chance to snag 10 grand in cash or a VW Jetta on November 23rd or the Atlas Crossport on November 30th. Round up the posse and we'll see you at Legends Casino Hotel in Toppenish.
Ooh, the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers deal is back. 2 single cheeseburgers for only $5 or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7? For real? Oh, tell me it's as good as it looks. Deal this good speaks for itself, I guess. But you better get it before it's gone. DQ, happy tastes good.
GMA Thursday morning, Missy Elliott, right before making history when she goes into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Hey. Only on.
I am here with Missy Elliott. Come on now, kick it. Good morning, America!
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Affordable? Yeah, we got that. Stylish? Got that covered too. Quality? You can bet on it. And during the Veterans Day sale at Furniture Row, you'll find huge savings on sofas and sectionals, dining groups, bedrooms and kids' beds, and mattresses. Plus, decorating your home just got easier with 4 years, no interest. And to salute our armed forces, all veterans and active duty military get a special in-store offer. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. The Veterans Day sale, on now at Furniture Row.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
Tech titan Apple live streamed an event Monday night that featured its next generation of processors and M3 chips. The company also unveiled some colorful new iMac computers. Apple says the Macs with faster processing chips will become available next week. Boy band New Kids on the Block will go on tour next summer. The Magic Summer 2024 tour is a nod to their second ever tour in 1990. Accompanying the tour, special guests Paula Abdul and DJ Jazzy Jeff. The 3-month tour kicks off June 14th in Ohio. Pre-sale begins tomorrow. We'll have a final look at your weather when we come back.
You deserve a great mattress. Get one now with no credit needed for just $39 down and 100 days, same as cash. Only at Mattress Depot USA.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Create a backyard that's out of this world. Right now, get a free carrying case, chain, and hat with the purchase of select steel chainsaws. Real STIHL. Find yours.
Does your bath or shower need a remodel? Bathfitter can do it all. We will remove your existing fiberglass tub or shower and replace it with a custom crafted shower or soaker tub. All made in America at our state-of-the-art factory. We rebuild your walls with new drywall and install a custom-made tub or shower with seamless walls in as little as 1 day. All work is guaranteed and built to last. Call your locally owned Bathfitter store now to book your free in-home estimate or visit bathfitter.com.
What's better than warm cookies fresh from the oven? All the tasty ingredients for warm cookies on sale. Yum!
Mix up the savings this Thursday for Super One Foods 12-hour bake sale. 2-pound Food Club powdered or brown sugar, 98 cents, first 6. Nestle baking chips, $1.98 a bag, first 3. And 1-pound Food Club sweet cream butter, $1.68, first 2.
Super One Foods 12-hour bake sale. This Thursday only. The savings are sweet.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile. The way it makes you look and feel. The way a smile lights up a room. So people can see the best version of you. Which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone. So you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more. Or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book, posted at bimart.com. There's 16 pages of great store-wide savings, including everything you need for fall and more. At Bi-Mart, our members save more every day.
Let a Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
All right, Stacy, let's take a final look at the forecast.
Before we do, I brought these very spooky looking pumpkins. They're called warty goblins. Have you ever seen these?
They are fascinating.
They're pretty cool. So anyway,
I love that. I had no idea there were that many different varieties of pumpkin.
All right, let's take a look at that weather forecast again. We're in between systems, but starting to see the clouds, and look at the rain. Once it starts, it is not going to stop. It's going to be very wet and rainy through the area. Here's Walla Walla and Hermiston again. Nobody's going to stay dry here in the next several days. Get ready for maybe a 1-2 punch of a big storm and then an atmospheric river. So a lot going on weather-wise.
Yeah, and a lot of kids out tonight, so hopefully everyone's driving safely.
That's right.
Yeah, and bundling up,
That's
of course.
Right. Have a spooktacular night and be safe.
Happy Halloween. Thank you for watching. You can always find the latest on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. We're back tonight at 11.